Section 6, Flammability, TCI page 43. As you continue to explore the treasures you have discovered, remember you got this jewelry box last week and you were looking through it, you find thin filaments of silver colored wire. A filament's a very thin wire. Your family takes the wire to a jeweler where a technician lights a Bunsen burner to heat the metal wires in hopes of identifying the metal using its melting point. Oh no, the technician cries. To your surprise, it bursts into a bright white flame. The wire that the technician tested is magnesium metal, which burns with a bright white light when it's exposed to high temperatures. This is because magnesium metal is flammable. Flammability is another property that can be used to identify a substance. Other substances like octane, the main component of gasoline, will burn when exposed to high temperatures and oxygen gas. Other substances like water have the property of being non-flammable. And just a note here, anytime you test something for its chemical properties, the sample is usually destroyed. Just remember that. Here's a picture showing you what the technician did. Flammability is a chemical property of magnesium. The metal burns in air to produce a bright white flame. Before digital flashes, photographers used to use burning magnesium to light up their subjects when taking a photograph. That was that flash that you saw. Scientists sometimes use a technique called a burning splint test to identify certain gases. A scientist lights a thin piece of wood called a splint on fire, holding the splint near a small amount of a flammable material, such as hydrogen gas, and it'll cause the gas to explode. Since there's only a small amount of gas, instead of a loud boom, the explosion makes a small popping sound. A non-flammable gas will not ignite and may even extinguish the splint. Some flammable gases will always ignite. Scientists use this test to identify a gas. Similarly, scientists can use the property of flammability to tell apart different substances. Just another note, if you take a wood splint, blow out the flame and put it into a test tube of oxygen, it'll burst back into flame. Oxygen is not flammable, but it helps things burn. In your attempts to identify the treasures you found, you only tested one property to identify each substance. However, scientists will often perform multiple tests on one substance to identify it. This is because many substances have similar properties and cannot be identified by one test. They have to carefully perform each test and then gather the information from all of them. Then they can compare all of their results to narrow down what substance an object is made of.